Well, hi there, that guy. How are you doing? How are you guys doing? The explicit keto. All right. MDM queen. Hello. Let me get this a little closer so I can read. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Hold on. Let me get everybody in that. Hey there, Christine. Welcome. Hey, Telsha. How you doing? Hey, lady. You're going to be up here in October. Can't wait to see you again. Hey, Rigga. How are you guys doing? Hi, Anna. Hi, Adrian. Hey, David. Davey, how are you doing? How are you? Hi, Jules. How are you doing? Los Angeles. Hey, Miss Betty. How are you doing? Beautiful. How are you guys doing? Hey, Just Be Real. Hi, Kimberly's. Is it Kimberly's? Hey, Kimberly's Parker. Hey, Kiko. How are you doing? Good to see you. See you. Good to see you. Hello, everyone. Welcome this evening. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Vicky, Hampton, Virginia. Okay. Hi, Miss Kendra. Hi, Kendra. Thank you so much, Miss Kendra. I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging in there. You ready to eat, Telsha? That's you ready to eat. Hey, Miss T. How are you doing? Telsha, you ready to eat? Hi, Miss Chat. How are you? Hi, Miss Sherry. How are you doing? Yes, ma'am. Absolutely, Miss Rigger. Absolutely. I will. Absolutely. Hi, who's that? Let me look. Who else is there? That's Miss Terry, Miss Telsha ready to eat. That's what I'm talking about. Hello, everybody. Good evening this evening. Hello, everyone. Hey, see? I know you're ready to eat. Hey, Miss Julie, how are you? Welcome. Hello, everybody. I am Pep Jr. How are you doing? And Sharon, how are you? Greetings, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, beautiful one, how are you? Greetings. I'm a little sleepy. Forgive me, I've been busy up early. Thank you so much. That's good. Hey, Charlie, how are you? Doing good. Great, great, good, good. Everybody sounds like they're doing good. Elamitia, how are you doing? I hope I said that right. Elamitia, how are you? So I'm gonna turn on Clubhouse real quick. So those of you that also want to, well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. For those of you that also would like to join me on Clubhouse, I'm going to turn on Clubhouse as real. I mean, as real. I'm looking at Just Be Real, but I'm going to turn on Clubhouse. Hi, Marilyn. Nice to meet you. I'm going to turn on Clubhouse. So those of you that also have, hey, Miss Hot Topic. Well, all right then. You said with my beautiful self, with your beautiful self. All right now. All right. Hey, Toya, how are you doing? So what I'm gonna do is for those of you that are also on Clubhouse, hey Miss K, good. I'm gonna also open up Clubhouse. So those of you that are on Clubhouse, you're welcome to join me on Clubhouse. What I'll do is I'll do my teaching on all the channels, on all the social media channels, and then I allow a few questions, and then then I'll switch over to Clubhouse, and then I usually open it up for the guests on Clubhouse to ask me some questions, and I kind of talk to them. But I am live on all, I'm going to be live on all the channels. So give me just a second. Let me turn on this. Let me start the room. So those of you that would like to come over and join me on Clubhouse, you are welcome to join me on Clubhouse. Let me make sure my Wi-Fi is on. I have to turn it off while I'm traveling. So you guys are welcome. Hey, Miss Paula. Hey, Just Be Real. Lindsay. Hi, Miss Lindsay. How are you doing? Hi, Violet. How are you? So, yeah, hi, Dave. How are you doing, sir? Hi, Andrea. Hopefully I said that right. Looks like it's Andrea, not Andrea. Andrea, how are you guys doing? Welcome tonight. Welcome. So, first of all, allow me to say good evening. For those of you, I'm good. Okay, thank you so much, Just Be Real. Hey, Ernestine and Solomon. How are you guys doing? Hey, Gina. So before I start, allow me to say this. Hi, Erica. Hey, girl. That's my classmate. Believe it or not, me and Erica used to be in Fulda, Germany, and Erica used to date Shaq. Shaquille used to be her boyfriend, and we grew up and we went to high school with Shaquille. So my girl Erica used to be his boo thing. And so, but we went to school with him, and that used to be his boo thing, my girl. But hey, Chanel, hi Chanel, Michelle, Miss Karen, how you guys doing? So allow me to say this before I start. Thank you. Allow me to say this before I start. Girl, you would have if you would have married him, I could have came and visit y'all, but that's okay. Girl, you doing good. But anyway, as I was saying, well, hey there, Namaste, Michael. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So before I start, allow me to say this. My name is Dr. Carmen Bryant. I am the host of Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. I was about to say Twitter. You can find me on Twitter. And on Twitter, I am under at Dr. Carmen Bryant 1. You can find me. Hey, Miss Yolanda. You can find me on, where else? On Instagram, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hopefully, maybe you can come to Atlanta. I'll be in Atlanta next year. So for those of you that don't know me, I come on live on Sundays at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that's 11, and we say 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 o'clock Eastern Time. And thank you so much. Let's go, huh? Thank you, Tasha. But and I'm usually on Sundays at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, and I usually do teachings, and then I usually do teachings, and then I usually open it up for questions. I usually post a video during the week. Usually I'm kind of busy, so I post a video during the week. Also, I would like to say this. For those of you who were able to be at the conference, I went back, those of you that were on Zoom and those of you that were in person, I was trying to get it together so I can give you guys the conference. But what happened was I was looking through Zoom. And for those of you that were there know what I'm talking about. So, I taught from 8 to like 12. We took breaks, y'all. But I taught from 8 to 12. That recording is good. Then, Bridget spoke from 12:30 to 1. That's good. Then Marcus Monroe spoke from 1 to 2. That was good. And then remember, I spoke from 2, 3, 4, I think it was. So I spoke. That recording was not real good. And if you guys remember, the sound went out, and they had to add some equipment on there to help with the sound. And for some reason, like the sound, you can hear me, but it's not real good. But then when like Apostle came on, when Helen Sadler, your Destiny Helper, and then Kathy Gibson, My Life is Intentional, they're fine. They're all fine. It's just my last teaching for that day at the end. You can hear me, but it's not super good. And so what I was going to do is I was going to take those videos and download them onto one of my hard drives. And I was going to, kind of edit it a little bit to see what it sounds like. And once I can get it, download it down to my hard drive. And if I can download it to my hard drive and set it up, what I'll do is have you guys, those of you that went to the conference, either I can buy the thumb drives or I'll let you guys send me the thumb drives. If you guys can see your return address, and I'll put it on the thumb drive so that you can watch it on your computer. So y'all just give me a minute to go look through those videos, and because they're there, I just need to download it to one of my hard drives, and I'm just going to play with it to see how to edit the video. And so I'll have them like, session 1, session 2, session 3, and let me edit it for you. That last part, though, the one where I was speaking, is not super good. Not super. Tim, God didn't tell me you were my husband, so that would not be you. But hold on just a minute. There's a connection problem. But for those of you that were not able to attend, I will probably, I might sell those. I'm not sure, because that last one is not of quality. But what I am going to do, and what I want you to know is I want you to give me a thumbs up. What I'm going to do is yeah, I can do Google too. I'll try that. I'll try that for those of you that that prefer Google Drive. But what I'll do is I'm going to actually go back. So, you know, conference teaching is different when you're doing teaching on Zoom. And so for those of you that were not able to attend or come, what I'll do is I will offer it again. It won't be in conference style, but what will happen is it will be in teaching format. So what the jokes and the laughs that we did during the conference, it'll be all fresh, you know, because I probably have new jokes. But what I'll do is I'm going to offer what I taught at the conference. I'm going to offer them in class format, not conference, but kind of like a webinar, webinar. And what I'll do is I will open it up for you guys where you can register and pay to, and I will teach it again. And this time I can slow it down some. Now keep in mind the other speakers won't be there. It'll just be my teaching. And what I'll do is I will open it up again, and I will give it to you kind of at a discounted rate if you come on live with me. So if you come on live with me on Zoom for me to do the teachings, I might do like hour teachings. And then for those that want to do question and answers, it'll be another fee for me to open up that format to do question and answers. But I will offer it again. So those of you that would like for me to do it again and do it on Zoom, which would be very, very clear. And I will open it up. And if you guys would like to, if we did the conference, can we reattend to hear it properly? I couldn't hear a lot of it. Okay. If that's the case, okay. So what I'll do is those of you like, well, email me, Christine. Okay. Some things I don't want to talk out in the open like that. Email me though. Okay, Christine. So those of you that had a problem hearing it, email me so I can talk to you personally. So those of you that were there and couldn't hear it very well, let me know, email me. Okay. And then for those of you that were not able to attend, I will do a webinar for those of you that did not get an opportunity to attend, and it'll be broken down per topic. It'll be, you know, per session. Now, keep in mind the whole conference, you know, those people that pay the price, you know, when you do each one of the sessions, it'll be more expensive than the whole conference. However, it still will be at a discounted rate. Now, once I finish that teaching and I post that teaching to my website, it goes back to its regular price. So you might want to jump on it when I do the live teaching so that you can be on the webinar through Zoom so you can hear the live teaching. Because if not, then you would have to buy it off the website and do it through the website. Okay. So are you guys ready? Deshaun, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? You look like I seen you. I let you know I trolled your little site. I trolled your little Instagram. You look like you lost weight. You looking good too. Long time no see, Deshaun. Long time no see. You looking good. I meant to tell you that. So are you guys ready for the topic? Let me put this where they can hear me. Okay. So let me lay this down so that Clubhouse can hear me. All right. Well, the topic is feeling cheated growing up with narcissistic, toxic parents. So you know that everybody, everybody is not a narcissist. And a lot of you grew up in homes. You are so welcome. Just a handsome young man too. But everybody did not grow up in a home with a narcissist parent. And some of you did. So let's look at it from the perspective of a narcissistic parent and the codependent. As you know, when you are in a, for example, if you have a narcissistic parent, and what they will be considered as the sick parent. And I use that, for example, I use that for an example because the name, remember we talked about the names where you have the narcissistic parent, then you have the codependent parent, which is usually which is a victim. And then you have the children who have the different roles, the golden child, the golden child, the lost child, the scapegoat, you know, the joker. You have all these kids that play a role. What that actually came from, if you go research alcoholic families, those terminology actually comes from alcoholic families. And what it was, and we use it in mental health as well, because there's one sick parent, there's one that is the problematic parent, and then everything revolves around that parent to maintain a homeostasis. So that codependent parent makes sure that he or she, could be male, could be female, you know, maintain some type of homeostasis within that family. Let me give you the definition of homeostasis. And I know some of you guys like, I can't believe you are insulting my intelligence. I'm not. but I just want to make sure we understand what it means. Homeostasis, any self-regulating process by which biological systems tend to maintain stability while adjusting to conditions that are optimal for survival. Think about what I'm saying. So this is homeostasis, the state of steady internal physical and chemical conditions maintained by living systems. So these living organisms, think about it, the family, maintain every time they contain some type of homeostasis, type of normalcy within the family. And a lot of times that is not normalcy, is very dysfunctional. So you have this codependent parent that is with this narcissistic parent, which is using narcissist as an example, or toxic parent. And that codependent parent tries to do everything that they possibly can to keep some type of normalcy. Normalcy meaning your dad's going to be home tonight, or your mother's going to come home, and everything has to be perfect, because we never know how they're going to come home. We don't know if they're going to be upset. We don't know if they're going to be screaming, yelling, or throwing stuff. We don't even know if they're coming in or they're going to be abusive. So we got to do whatever we can to cater to this narcissistic parent, to cater to this person, to make sure nothing happens. Now, in this type of family that some of you guys were raised in, sometimes, a lot of times, a lot of cases that I have, that codependent parent, number one, is also toxic. Number two, they also will take upon the characteristics of the narcissistic parent. And the reason why they do that, they'll do that because of the fact that if I agree with what you do, I will not get abused. Meaning that they even get to a point where out of fear of being abused, they will turn a blind eye to the abuse that the child is receiving. Some of them are in a state of denial. Some of them are dissociated. Now, there is a dissociative disorder, or what we used to call dissociative disorder. Used to also call multiple personalities. We're not talking about multiple personalities. We're talking about dissociation. And sometimes in severe trauma, people dissociate to something that is less stressful. I'll give you an example. A lot of times you may be driving home from somewhere, and it's a long ride home, or it's a ride home, and you're thinking, and you're so caught up in your thinking that you made it home. So you're on remote control and you made it home, and you don't even remember the drive. That's a mild form of dissociation. It's not a disorder, but it's a mild form of dissociation. Most of us do dissociate throughout the day. If someone's talking to you, you dissociated somewhere else, and you come back, you're like, dang, I ain't hear nothing that they said. Or you trying to watch a show or something, you done missed half the show, and it's at the end of the show. I don't remember nothing from that. Or you keep rewinding. Some of y'all keep rewinding, like, you know what? Let me just watch this show some other time, because you're dissociated. So what happens is parent, a lot of times, out of the severe trauma that they're going through, and watching their children being abused and feeling helpless, not being able to help the child because they're just as abusive, or worse with me, they would dissociate somewhere else into a safe place in their head, where they literally they're in denial, or they turn a blind eye because of the fact that their children are being abused, even sexually abused, where they know that the child is being sexually abused, and they're traumatized as well, to a point where they dissociate, or they're in denial, or they can't believe it's happening to their child, because it may happen to them, so they can't believe it's possibly happened to their child too. And so you're in this home now where you have this parent that won't even protect you. That includes fathers. You know, there are some fathers that have been so, and you wonder, like, how is this man letting this woman get away with, and they kind of like, well, you know how your mom is, so, you just keep quiet, you know how your mom is. And so what ends up happening is that parent, that codependent parent, tries to make sure they maintain that homeostasis. Things change. We need to change to make sure we keep it right. Now, you also have the situations in which, and I've spoken to a lot of people, I've had the opportunity to talk to many beautiful people as well. There's some women that are beautiful, don't even realize that they're beautiful, and they don't wear makeup, and some of the things that they said is that my mother never taught me how to do makeup. She wears makeup, but she never taught me how to do makeup. Or some of you say is, I was never taught how to be a lady. For some people, They sound crazy, and you're like, but you're female. You can be a female, but you may not know how to be a woman. You know, there are some women, and sometimes narcissistic women or toxic women that, and I said this at the conference too, they teach you, you got to use what you got to get what you want. I think that was Betty White. I think Betty Wright. I think that was Betty Wright. I'm not sure. You got to use what you got to get what you want. So what they teach the daughters, and what they say, is that you use your sexuality and your femininity to get what you want. If you want a car, if you want a house, if you want money, if you want this, if you want that man, you use your sexuality. Honey, don't you know that if you got to use all that, Betty Wright, okay, but if you got to use all that, if you got to use all your sexuality, you got to use all the tricks that you got, and gentlemen, that, you know, you guys give me a thumbs up if I'm right, you know, because I know I am. But, you know, but if you do all that, then you got to do all. So whatever you come into the relationship, whatever you're doing, to whatever you are doing, you know, whatever you are using, sexuality, your sex, your cleavage, your whatever, you got to keep using that. So you have to remember that beauty is skin deep, but it's your character and what's on in inside of you, that sometimes you can see ugly people with some beautiful, handsome, attractive people, right? And it's not the outer beauty. Now, of course, we don't want a booger bear, we don't want a mud duck, but at the same time, you know, people that have these beautiful hearts and just beautiful people just make them look beautiful. But if this is what you're using your aesthetics and your outer appearance all the time, you're going to constantly have to use that in order to keep what you have. And everybody ages. And after a while, if you're dealing with a narcissist, you're going to age, and they're going to find something else just to replace you, to get a new model of you. So that's bad advice. But there are some women that have grown up in a household where the mothers taught them that. So they didn't teach them how to be women. They didn't teach them, you know, they taught them to dress up and to look pretty to get stuff. They didn't teach them just to be satisfied with yourself. So that's why I'm so happy I have the mentor that I have. She teaches her daughters, she teaches the women that are under her as mentees, she teaches us how to love ourselves, how to feel beautiful, how to be beautiful. She works a lot on our self-esteem and being beautiful. So when we dress up, whenever we go, and Telsha, you know this for a fact, when you came to the church, you saw the women in the church. Our women look good. We got people in their 70s, late 70s. We got people in their late 60s that are aged in our church, do not look old. When you see some of the women in our church and they're older women, they do not look old at all. And you know, Joyce about 1,000 years old. I'm just joking. She's gonna be mad at me if she sees this. And she looks like a little girl. Pastor Linda, she's a seasoned woman, and she looks like a little girl. She looks like, I'm in my 50s. I don't look like I'm in my 50s. Apostles, that she said it now, so I'm allowed to. I'm gonna say it because she said it and it was on air. She's in her 60s, and she does not look like she's in her 60s. You know, the women in our church, we look good, we dress nice, and we're not dressing for someone. We just enjoy each other's. There you go. They look good, absolutely. They look good. All these ladies look good. The men look good, and so, but she teaches us. I look like I'm 35. Hey, girl, you my new BFF. But the women in our, and so she teaches us to be confident. And then my big sister, Kathy Gibson, I don't know how she is, but my big Kathy Gibson, she teaches my life is intentional. And the thing that I love about her is that she teaches us. You know, she teaches the women how to be confident. She teaches the women to love themselves. She's really into, and she's voluptuous like most of us are. We voluptuous women, and we feel good in our skin. You know what I mean? But think about it. A lot of these women, you know, the parents, the mothers that you have grown up with in your household never taught you how to be confident. They never taught you how to feel beautiful. They never taught you how to put on makeup, or if it's too much makeup. The women in our church take the time to teach you how to wear bras, teach you how to wear Spanx, tuck stuff in, teach you how to make sure the stuff ain't jiggling, make sure that when you jumping, everything is not jumping around. You know, make sure you cover up your cleavage. Be a Be a woman. I don't want to see all that, because whatever you're calling up again. Forgive me. Okay, there we go. I know reason up, y'all. I'm saying and I laugh a lot. I love this family. Yes, Apostle. Sometimes you grew up in families where the mothers didn't teach you how to be confident women. I've seen some women that come from big size women homes, and there's some confident women. There's some big old pretty confident women. I know. I'm sorry. My computer is resetting itself. I apologize. But they come from big families, and they some confident big old women. You can tell them. I got cousins that are big and beautiful. I got some, but my baby cousin, I got a little cousin, and she's in Georgia. That girl knows she's pretty. That's a big old pretty girl. And when you but some of you guys come from homes that, you know, you come from homes that the mother never taught you how to love yourself, because the mother didn't love herself. And if she definitely knows she didn't love herself, because she sure didn't love you, you know. Or you got fathers that did not know how to cater or speak into their daughters' lives to make them feel good. You're my princess. You're my baby girl. You're my angel. You are beautiful. And don't you ever let no man. When a father does that to his daughter, do you know how confident those of you, the men that are on daughters, you speak into their life, you make sure that you know, you let them know their father is proud of them. You let them know that they're beautiful, and that if they need anything, if some knucklehead take you to McDonald's, that is not the standard set for you. At the conference, this is what I said. This is what I told ladies. I said, well, do we have any men with ladies? Well, we had 2 there. But this is what I told them. I said, listen, I said, you've got to take your daughters and expose them to stuff in their youth. Let them ride in a limousine and see what a limousine is like. Telsha does it with her daughter. They go on travel. They go on retreats. They go travel. They're at the pool and everything. Take your children and expose them to stuff. The opera. You know, expose them to ballet. A nice restaurant where you up. Eat like cavemen. Watch some of those and learn about table etiquettes. You know, teach yourselves how to eat. You know, keep your elbows. I learned that as a young girl from my grandmother, and I still eat the same. You know, I know I eat fast, but you know, very elegant. Teach your daughters or your sons how to eat, and then take them to a restaurant and expose them to that type of, like, an expensive restaurant. Sometimes you can't afford it all the time. That's sure, you know. But what you do is you take them to a fine restaurant, maybe once every few months, and then you let them be catered to. Teach them how to cut their food up. Teach them how to eat, not burp at the table. You know, let them ride in a limousine. You know, a limousine, I think round trip for maybe 4 hours in this area is maybe $200-something. Give them the experience of riding in a limousine. You know, take them to nice places. You know, take them to a resort. Take them to a retreat. You know, and the reason why I say that, I eat fast, but take them to places, because when they get older, can't nobody use that. Tell them, I'll take you to places you can't pronounce. I can go to places I can't pronounce. You know, they got these yachts by the Ritz-Carlton. Now, understand these yachts are expensive, so it's like $5,000 per person. And like I said, but they also have like a program where you can like book the cruise in advance, way in advance, and they'll let you pay monthly. So like the Ritz-Carlton, I think is like $5,000, and they take you somewhere out in the ocean, not close by the United, but they take you somewhere in the ocean and bring. But it's a yacht and it's fancy. Go look up the Ritz-Carlton yachts. It's like $5,000, but you can make payments on that. You can do it a year and a half out, and every month you do payments. And take your daughter or take yourself on this yacht. Cruises. You go, child. I did not know this. That's why I was one of my friends. She actually deals with cruise lines, and so they have this cruise line. I can't think of the one she went on, but it's beautiful. Oh my God, it is beautiful. And I asked her. I said, "Can you do conferences on the ship?" And she said, yeah, we do conferences. And she said, I just did a Zoom conference on there. I said, shut your mouth. And I went and looked at the price. And for like, I looked at like the balcony, like it's the balcony suites. And the balcony suites, I think is like $400 something. $400 something, and I think is a three-day cruise. I think they leave on Friday, Saturday, they come back on Sunday night, or they come back on Monday. So Friday, they leave Friday, Saturday, and I think they come back either Sunday night or Monday morning. And it's like $400 something just for the balcony. And I think it was less than that, $300 something if you just have a regular, it's a stateroom, which is the balconies like $4 something, and then the regular one $3 something. And checks out, if you book it out in a year in advance, it's like $42 a month, y'all. $42 a month if you book it out in a year in advance. And I decide we're going to do a conference a year out. You guys can actually go on there and pay on your ticket $42 a month, leave from Florida. So that means what you have to do is pay for your flight to go to Florida, and let's say stay in a hotel room. You go through Priceline, fly into Florida, stay overnight, then make it to the ship. And then when the ship comes back that Monday, they leave Friday, come back Monday. They come back on Monday, and then you get a hotel room maybe that evening and fly out the next day. But you can do, there's a lot of group events. Yeah, exactly. But what I'm telling you is that some of you have never experienced that. And so because your parents didn't teach you that, it's sometimes you have to break through and do something that has never been done. How do you think well people become wealthy? They do things that was never done in their families. You guys have never experienced it before. Yeah, you gotta get your passport. So make sure you get your passport. But do stuff that you have never done before. A 3-day cruise, I was thinking about, I was like, man, I said I was looking at like the vacation time, like during spring break or something like that. And I was like, me and my daughter can okay. I apologize, y'all, but you guys never had the opportunity. You didn't experience this in your families. Mothers didn't teach you how to be women. They didn't teach you how to be confident. They didn't teach you that you ain't got to get dressed up for no man. Some of us, some of us used to get dressed up because of a man. And then you got your friends ask, where are you trying to go? Where are you trying to go? Well, I mean, who are you talking to, or who you done met? Why I got to be I met someone, or why is it that I'm going to meet someone? Why can't I just feel pretty for myself? When you start feeling pretty by yourself, that's what you missed out on. Some people said that their mothers never even taught them how to put on makeup. And so what I was teaching them was, okay, this is what we can do. I apologize, you guys, but this is what we can do. So many people have grown up and you've never worn makeup before. So if makeup is not something that you've ever done, don't try to jump out there trying to do makeup. You can look on YouTube, or what you can do is you can go to an esthetician. You go to an esthetician and learn skincare. A lot of us want to know, because I have this spray that's an alternative to Botox Botox. And so I have gotten Botox before. I haven't lately. I need to go back, but y'all can't tell. But I have done Botox before. But what I did, because I make a lot of my own facial products, and so I have an alternative to Botox, which is a spray that I use. And it's a spray that freezes up, because I usually have fine lines on the top of my head, but you don't see any fine lines, right? So you can go, some of you guys that have never learned how to do anything, no makeup or anything, go to an esthetician. An esthetician would teach you things like, eyebrows. They'll wax your eyebrows. And when you wax your eyebrows, you have this totally different look. Or like I did, okay, my screen is frozen again. But like I did, okay, give me a minute, y'all. It's frozen again. Just be real. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know whether this is Is my screen back on? Because one screen is frozen and the other one is actually active. I'm okay. Okay. But some of you guys that have parents, you know, like mothers that never taught you how to put on makeup, go to an esthetician and let the esthetician teach you about face care. Let the esthetician teach you about like facial care, you know, youthful. You guys, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Give me a second. Let me see if I can just. I'm gonna turn on my personal. Um, are you guys okay? Those of you that are over on my Instagram, if you can look over on the stream, can you tell me if you are if I'm still frozen? I'm not gonna restart because that'll kick you guys off. It's good now? Okay. Let me do something really quick, okay? Let me look and see. I might connect it to my phone. Let me connect this because the Wi-Fi is downstairs. Let me see the phone. Let me see. Okay. Guys, give me just a second. It might disconnect, so hold on, okay? Okay. Okay, let me know if you guys now just be real, go look over there and let me know if I'm reconnected on Restream, if I'm back on YouTube again. Let me know if I'm on YouTube. I apologize, you guys. I am really Clubhouse is fine and YouTube is good, right? YouTube and Facebook is good, right? I'm good? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so what I did was I just connected my computer to my phone. So I apologize. I think we should be good now. Okay. I think we should be good. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. I think because I'm so far away from the box. So I'm sorry. But as I was saying, you know, some of you guys grew up in families, like I was saying, was ladies, some of you were saying that, you know, you never learned how to put on makeup. So makeup is not something that you do because of the fact that you never saw your mother wear nails. No one ever taught you how to do nails. No one ever taught you how to be feminine. So what I was giving an example to another lady. I was like, go and visit a esthetician, like those lash techs or the esthetician, and ask them to do your eyebrows. If you get your eyebrow, and I say wax your eyebrows, or you know, get like microblade. Now microblade about $500, but you know, get your eyebrows microbladed. You know, or you know, just get your eyebrows waxed. I promise you, when you see yourself, you'll look totally different. Ask them about skincare. And then, and you know, ask sometimes like lashes. I gotta get mine filled tomorrow because mine, I think mine falling out. But I gotta get mine filled tomorrow. But some, you know, go get lashes. You wake up in the morning, you got eyebrows and you got lashes. Sometimes people go and get like a little permanent eyeliner, but then you wake up, you don't have a whole lot to do. You know what I mean? But at least you feel, when you see yourself in the mirror, you'll feel good about yourself. Some, believe it or not, there are some women that actually said their mothers didn't even teach them about personal hygiene. They didn't know anything. Now I know this is a little personal, but you know, I'm gonna keep it raw. They even said that their mothers never really taught them anything about personal hygiene. Didn't teach them anything about like shaving or waxing. Didn't teach them anything about like changing their pads every 2 or 3 hours. You know, didn't teach them anything about, you know, body odors and what not to put inside of your body cavity because your body is cleansing itself. You know, didn't teach them anything about like, you know, bras. Didn't teach them anything about draws. You know, Didn't teach them anything. Some people don't know how to do their own hair, and that's okay. Some people just don't know how to do their hair. I happen to be a hairdresser. I used to be a hairdresser, and so I try to teach my girls how to do their own hair. Things to do. Teach them first how to, this is when I put a perm in. This is when I do this right here. This is when I flat iron right here. You want to do it too much. This is how you shampoo your hair. I teach them how to shampoo your hair. This is do simple things like, let me teach you how to pull it back in a ponytail. Simple stuff until they get older and they learn how to do their hair. Or for some people, they go to a hairdresser. So it's little things that you guys didn't learn. Did you know that some women didn't even get taught how to clean their house? That I've talked to women that were in their 40s and their 50s, and they said that it wasn't until they got older and they got around people that taught them how to clean their house. They didn't know how to clean their tub. They didn't know how to clean. They didn't know to clean their toilet. Did you know that the poop particles in the air? So you got to make sure that your toothbrush is covered because the poop particles get in the air. You didn't know that? And to take some bleach and clean your toilet maybe every day or every other day, to clean the rings out in the tub. Did you know when I was in the military, I spent a lot of time training people, children, but a lot of time I spent teaching them basic stuff like personal hygiene, brushing your teeth, doing your hair, teaching them how to balance the checkbook, which is something that we don't do no more. But open up a bank account. I taught them things like how to clean your toilet, how to clean your bathtub, how to iron your clothes, how to put your stuff up and make your room smell good, how to go buy plug-ins so that your room should not smell like this. You are a young lady. You should not smell like this. You are a young lady. You change your underwear, you change your shirt, change your uniform, take your stuff to the cleaners, go make sure you wash your clothes. All them teaching them how to wash clothes. You can't put red in with whites. All your clothes can be pink. So you're going to walk around with pink clothes on. So a lot of times you guys are cheated because they didn't teach you none of this stuff. Some of you guys can actually say, I was being abused or molested and my mother knew it or my father knew it and they didn't do anything to rescue me. They didn't do anything to save me. And you're angry. You're upset, and justification for them not protecting. But they probably went through it too. They probably dissociated. They probably went. I'm back. Okay. So there should have been no reason why my computer just disconnected. But so as I was saying, for some people you do feel cheated, and the reason why you feel cheated is because of the fact that some of you guys grew up in a household. Some men have said that their fathers never even taught them how to throw a ball. They didn't teach them how to be men. They didn't teach them how to shave. They didn't teach them anything about life or dating. They didn't teach them anything like how to change a tire. They didn't. But do know that next week I'm going to take the computer and I'm going to make sure I'm downstairs closer to the box. I'm gonna make sure that I'm closer to the box because I'm upstairs, so I'm farther away from the modem. So what I'm gonna do is next week when I broadcast, I'm gonna go downstairs where the modem is at. So please accept my sincerest apology. I don't know what's going on with my internet tonight, so I'm not gonna be long-winded on these social channels, on YouTube and everything, because it's gonna keep giving me that same problem. So those of you that do have Clubhouse, come over to Clubhouse, and we'll continue, a brief conversation so you guys can ask some questions. But I just want you guys to know that some of you do come from homes where you have been cheated. Some of you do come from homes, and some of you beat yourself up because you're saying that I'm in my 40s, I'm in my 50s, I feel like I've been cheated. I don't feel like a lady. I don't feel like a man. I don't feel like a woman. I feel like it feels like I'm now learning things that I should have learned when I was a young girl. I don't know how to look. I don't know how to dress. No one ever taught me how to dress. And the thing about it is you can actually, like when I went to Dallas and I went shopping, there's this lady, a good friend of my friend that was in Dallas. And she is one of those type people that will teach you how to dress, especially if you're a big girl or kind of a voluptuous girl, shapely girl. She teaches you how to accentuate with, accessories. She teaches you how to dress. So sometimes for those of you that are going out and shopping for the first time, you go to these little like shops or boutiques and ask them to help you. Say, I don't know how to shop. Can you teach me how to dress? Or you can go like people that do know how to dress. You let them go with you to the store and teach you how to dress. That's why it's good to have mentors. And so y'all, I'm long-winded. I'm gonna come over here on Clubhouse. So those of you that have Clubhouse, come on over here to Clubhouse. The internet problems, I'm kind of afraid to ask you guys to ask questions because I know that it's going to cut off. And so if you guys could come on over, those on Instagram, those of you that are on these other channels, come on over to Clubhouse and we can continue the conversation over there, okay? But one thing that I want you guys to know is that you're not crazy. Number one, you're not. I know it's a bad connection, but you guys are not crazy. Some of you come from homes. Some of you have been cheated. Some of you have, you missed out. Some of you don't feel like a woman. You don't feel like a man because no one ever taught you. So you're always looking for validation. You're looking for validation. And so you connect to relationships and you are drawn. What happens is you become a target. You become a magnet to pull a narcissist into your court. And that narcissist will tell you everything that you ever wanted to hear about yourself. That you crave, and that you everything that you crave, everything you want to be told that you're pretty. You want to be told so you're sexy. You're wanted. You're the void that was not filled in your childhood growing up in this family because your family did not, or your parents teach you how to be confident, teach you how to feel. You're constantly looking to be up. Going on. And it's very irritating. Role. Listen, what's going on with the internet? I'm not going to keep letting it interrupt because it's frustrating when you're talking and it keeps interrupting. And so those of you that are following me, come on over to Clubhouse. I have a little more. I'm gonna continue to comment what's going on, but I promise you next year I don't understand what's going on. This has never happened before. I apologize for this. Okay, come on over to Clubhouse, but be encouraged. Okay, And I appreciate each and every one of you that were following me. Come on over to Clubhouse, and I'm going to continue the conversation. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Dr. Carmen Bryant. I'm overcoming narcissist abuse. My apology. Please forgive me. This was a really good topic, and I was irritated because it keeps buffering. So I want to end this before I start doing it again. Thank you guys so much. Go watch the replay. Some of this was very important for some of you guys, and I'm going to continue the conversation over here on Clubhouse. You guys make sure you subscribe. Those of you looking for counseling, I am in the state of Washington. You can email me at drcarmenbryant@outlook.com. I cannot counsel outside of Washington. I can provide you with coaching services, and also those of you that are looking for counselor, go to BetterHelp.com/Dr. Carmen, and you can get a counselor within your area. You get a counselor within your area. Some of you need counseling first, and then you need a coach to help you continue. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you go check out my mother's channel, Helen Sadler, Your Destiny Helper. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off because it's got issues. But next week I'll be downstairs closer to because I just pick up and walk downstairs because all my equipment is attached. So you guys come on over here to Clubhouse, and we're going to continue the conversation. Okay, you guys have a wonderful evening. I love you guys. I'll be back this week, and one of my topics, and I don't know exactly what the title of is yet, but I'm going to talk about this hypnotic ability of this narcissist when it comes to them pulling you in. But I will talk to you guys this week, okay? And I love you guys. You guys go be great.